Raven Sky. Thanks for tagging me. I started to make an answer this morning, or yesterday morning. I got a phone call and ended up with an emergency and couldn't finish it, so I'm starting over today. Let's see. Far back as you can remember, what did you first want to be when you grew up? Well, I was raised Roman Catholic, and we went to Roman Catholic church and school, and I loved the nuns' habits because of the veil and the thing that went across the front and the chin thing, which I could totally use now. I just thought they were really beautiful, and I wanted to do that. Then when I got a little bit older, I thought, this is really cool. You know, I want to be an airline stewardess back before they had unisex, and they were all women, but luckily I was too short. Now, if I were going to do it over, I'd want to be a surgeon, but that's another story. Let's see, what do I like to collect? Well, as you can see, I like to collect books. Also, I like to collect bookmarks. And I have this box of bookmarks, and I wanted to show a few of them to you since you gave me the opportunity. Let's see. This one is beaded and wires, and it has a stop block on the end. I don't know if you can see that. My cousin made it for me, and it's just really fun, and it keeps it from slipping through your book, so that makes it really handy. This one is from Tuscany, Italy, a gift. This one, also a gift, is from Turkey. It's fabric and it's embroidered and truly lovely. This is one that I bought at the Huntington Gallery and Gardens. They had an exhibit of antique toys, and I don't know if you can see him. When you pull it, his legs go up. He's on a swing, like a acrobat thing. So that's pretty neat. And this one is from some other foreign country. My aunt bought it. It's recycled paper and dried flowers, and really cool. This is from a bookstore I used to go to when I lived out in the other valley. It says, a room without books is as a body without a soul. Cicero. So that's a fun one. This is really pretty. I got this in an exhibit of antique books, and if you can see it, it's the illustrations from, remember when they used to hand write all kinds of books. This is one that somebody cross-stitched for me. This is another one somebody else cross-stitched for me. Actually, I could never use it because it's really thick in the ruffles, but I love it just because it was such a nice gift. And there's lots and lots more. These are funny. I have a couple of these. They have a little clip on the back. You clip them over your page, but I never use them again because they're too thick and they mark up the books. These are also, this is from Huntington Library, also one of my favorite places. This is from Westminster Abbey in England. This is a handmade one that was a gift at my niece's wedding. And, you know, we could sit here and do this for hours, and I won't bore you with it. But, yeah, that's what I like to collect. That's just an introduction. Okay, now they fell on the floor. Alright, next question. What would I do if I had more free time? Well, I've been off work all summer, and so more free time isn't really a good question, but free time and my old self would be more hiking and more time with my granddaughter. The key, number one thing, actually, would be more time with my granddaughter. This summer, after I got laid off, my plan was to spend loads and loads of time with her and take her to the park and take her on walks, and obviously that didn't happen, so I'm trying not to be whiny about it. Okay, 5 favorite books and why? Ooh, boy, howdy. How do you pick only 5? I thought about this the other day, and I got through this one too before the phone rang, which is part of why I was so ticked when it rang. They're series. One is, of course, Tolkien's series, starting with The Hobbit and the Silmarillion and some of the other related books. I just truly adore them. I like quests. I loved the characters. I loved the magic. I loved the elves, the wizards, all of it. Just wonderful stuff. So that's one. Another would be Stephen King's homage to that series, which is starts with the Dark Tower. And I have been as foolish, I guess you could say, as to buy reading copies and collector copies. This is one of the collector copies from the fourth one in the series. And as you can see, it's beautifully illustrated. And as you can also see, I haven't opened it enough to break the spine, which I also won't do now. Lots and lots of wonderful illustrations. That was like a $50 purchase. We won't talk about that. Okay, so that's two. The third one, I guess it's also sort of a quest series. It's Jean Aul. She did The Plains of Passage, Clan of the Cave Bear, Valley of the Horses, all of those. What I loved about them was that she researched it so well, and you really did feel as though you were learning about history while you were enjoying the story. Pretty fascinating. She took literally a dozen years or so between books. That's three. The Stand is a classic, gotta read it. And It, that's another one that I reread regularly. So I guess that's five. If you're gonna go back in history, I guess I like Little Women. Okay, so my very first memory came to the year I moved into this house for the first time. I was 3 years old. And I remember two things from that summer. I don't know which came first. One was all about me, of course. I was 3. One was my birthday party at a park with a pink fluffy cake. I think my mom made a whipped icing, and I remember it being fluffy. And we went to a park that had a big high hedge, and my cousins were there that we hadn't seen for a while because we had just moved into this house a few months ago, quite a ways from them. And I remember that, running around and playing hide and go seek around these giant hedges. And then the other thing was that my grandparents came out from Aberdeen, South Dakota that year to see the new house. This was a brand new house that year. And they took me to Disneyland. And I remember Dumbo the Flying Elephant. It's a ride. Goes around and the elephants go up and down. Kids get to ride in it, like 2 kids per elephant. And up on the very top was a little mouse with a whip, and he was standing on a disco ball. I remember that. That's still there, actually. And I remember going through Sleeping Beauty's castle. And I have those memories to this day, and that's why I want to take my granddaughter so much. But that's it. That's the 5. I sincerely doubt that I will tag anybody. I think I'll just post this and have at it. If anybody wants to add theirs on, feel free, please do.